So now you're starting to feel more confident with your kicks. When you're landing your combinations, throwing them when you need to, but your opponent is anticipating your movement now, or you happen to miss your kick and end up in this weird position where your back is now facing the bag or your opponent, okay? What do you do from here? You can either come this way, you can rotate out, have a hand ready, get your distance, okay? Or what I sometimes like to do is throw this back kick right here. Before I break down the movement for you all, I just want to say that we did it. Congratulations, we got up to 100 subscribers on my channel. So thank you all for watching my videos, for sharing it to others, for nitpicking my movement. It helps me grow, all of it does. I appreciate it. My next goal will hopefully be to get 200 subscribers by May, the beginning of May. I just want those 200 subscribers. It seems reasonable. It's a couple months out. Couple subscribers left for that. Obviously, I just got a little bit over 100. But let's make it happen. Stick around to see this channel grow, to see what it becomes. By then, I'll be doing different videos, changing things up a bit. So, yeah, stick around to see the growth. Thank you all. Let's get started. What I'm about to show you has happened to me so many times. Let me know if it's happened to you. But you're maybe going for a kick, boom, and your opponent sees it coming from a mile away, boom, and you end up in this position where now your back is exposed to your opponent. Or you have someone who's quick, right? All of a sudden, they're on the side of you. All of a sudden, they're on your back somehow because they're so quick. They're outmaneuvering you. All right, so what do you do when you catch yourself here? Let me know if this has happened to you. You catch yourself here. The one thing you don't want to do is take your time to walk yourself out and face the opponent again, all right? And I see this happen with a lot of new people who are fighting. They will literally get in a shell right here and sort of start walking, sort of start facing the opponent. Terrible thing to do. You want to be facing your opponent immediately. The second you give up your back, you better be ready to receive power shots from every angle because they might be ready to finish the fight then and there. So this kick will give you a better transition to facing your opponent. So you can be creative with this one movement because there's so many ways to do it. And I'll teach you a couple. So when your back is exposed here, you can either lift your knee up a little, lift it up, have it go forward, to then retract and aim with the bottom of your foot as if it were a push kick, almost a push side kick. You can lift your knee up to then aim with the inside blade of your foot. All right. You can still lift the knee up to then go with the heel. And you don't have to lift the knee up at all. And you can go right here. Aim for the legs. My leg will then be lifting up to go for the face. Now don't forget to protect your face. When you're throwing that kick, you still want to be protecting your face. You want to have this hand up here, not glued to your face, but you just want to be protecting it here in this little imaginary bubble of yours that you have. All right, protecting your face. This is protecting a good rib shot from coming along. And I'm still here. Like this video if you're learning something. To recap real quick, you've exposed your back. You can either lift your knee up to go with different angles here, flat, blade of the foot. I can lift it to go with the heel. I can lift it to donkey kick back. And then you don't have to lift it at all either because you can just put a wedge between you and your opponent and just lift your leg up to meet them as they come at you. And this is great because say you do happen to miss with your kick and you're stuck in this position, and you're facing another fighter, and they recognize this position, they recognize that you have to do something here now, okay? You have to take time to correct yourself. A lot of the times they're going to come at you still. They're going to come at you, they're going to be ready to maybe throw a kick at you. My back is exposed, they might come with the roundhouse this way, get you with a kick. So they're probably going to come forward if they recognize it and they want to do something about it, take the offensive route. This kick is great for that if they're coming forward. Just get your distance, all right? This kick isn't really to do a whole lot of damage. It's more of that, to get that distance you need to put a break on them, all right, to slow down their momentum, maybe their confidence. Because now your back is exposed, right? So they might be having all this confidence in their chest in the whole entire world to just come at you now, to finish the fight. Well, slow them down. Slow them down and circle out, get in your fighter stance again. Or you circle the other way, which yes, does expose the back some more, but I'm going away from the opponent as I'm doing this, okay? Away from the danger. So you just have to calculate what's the best option for you. All right, so if they're protecting themselves here, up here more of their face, let's just say that they're protecting more of their face up here, you maybe want to go for that side kick, that donkey, to the ribs, all right, to the core. Even if it's with your toes, right there I just connected with my toes only. That's okay, I'm putting a break to their movement, to their confidence. That's all it really is. All right, if they're protecting more out here, but you see an opening up in the middle, you can go straight up, straight up. I'm not having to bend my knee, I go straight up to the opponent, and I rotate my foot at the end so it's horizontal, so I just have more of a greater impact, more balance within my body, my own body mechanics when I'm connecting with the bag or the opponent. All right, you can go straight with your heel, almost straight back. There I'm just connecting with my heel. I'm keeping my toes down rather than keeping my foot horizontal. Toes down. So do you see what I'm saying? There's a lot of different angles where you could take and approach this kick from. But it's just a concept to keep in mind. You're sparring here in your match. Boom, boom. I go for a kick, but I miss. I'm here, they're coming at me. Boom. I circle out, get my distance. I somewhat invented this little habit on my own because I would find myself in this position a lot where my back or my right shoulder or something would be way exposed to the opponent. And I didn't like having to turn around because usually I would have to block a kick and then I'd have to block a punch and then I'd still be blocking and blocking and blocking. Meanwhile, they're going around me doing what they wish. Okay? I didn't really like circling now and getting more distance because I felt like the opponent kept confidence now, had some confidence from me having to circle out to restart the fight, if that makes sense. And that confidence can get to you, you know, it would get to me if I would see that my opponent would be ready to drop me or something. You know, it can get to you. So like one good way of breaking that and like allowing yourself to have more control of the situation is just going in for a quick hit right before you do have to circle out. Because guess what? Now you're the one that landed the last hit. Guess what? Now that put the brakes on the opponent and now they have to restart and think about what they're going to do. They can no longer come with that roundhouse, with the hook, with the uppercut that you're all going to have to block when you're rotating out and they're coming at you. All right, so just food for thought. I've been in several situations where I'm fighting the same person over and over again, right? And they know that I'm gonna throw this kick if my back is a little bit exposed, and I'll expose my back on purpose just so people can come in and I can go in for a kick like that, just because they might not be expecting it. But people who do fight with me often are expecting something like that and might come in right after the kick anyway. But at least I got the last hit and I put a brakes on their confidence, maybe the ego that they were building up. And to me, it seems more of an even fight when we're engaging again like this after I've kicked the opponent to circle out, rather than if they got me to circle out and I have to come back in to face them or block their hits. Let me know in the comments what you would do in a situation like that. If your back was exposed to your opponent, would you circle back in? Would you maybe drop to get their foot and go do some ground game from there? All right, there's a lot of different options. What do you do? Do you come swinging in with the hook so that the opponent has to block? There's a lot of different things you could do. What do you do? Let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you all so much. Have a good one. Stay loved, be loved, give love. I don't even know, but I'm happy to be here, happy to be giving you all information, and happy to receive feedback from you all too. So let's get it, let's learn together, and let's grow together.